Hi everyone, it's Pam here with Scrapbookaholic. I am just going to show you a very quick and easy waterfall that you can add to your scrapbook page just to add a little bit of extra space if you need it, if you're running out of room and you have more pictures to add to your scrapbook page. So let's get started. So here I have a layout page and I have several pictures, not a lot of them, but I have two really large photos. So this is my son's grade 7 year. And I wanted to have his class picture in there, but also his badminton team photo in it as well. So I'm just going to show you quickly how to do that. So I've got the layout started here. All I've done is I've cut out some layers and I have distressed the edges. And I like to use the ground espresso quite a bit from Ranger. So I'm just going to show you quickly how to distress your edges. And, you know, you'll see why it's a little bit important to do it. So when you have the edges, you actually have a white edge that gets cut from your photos. And when you just apply a light kind of distress or ink edge to the all around the photo, you actually end up with a solid colored edge. And then same goes with your cardstock. Some cardstock is not white cord, but a lot of cardstock is. And so I just like to go around the edges. It kind of defines the photo a little bit better and also helps to define the mat. So I've done that to all of the elements here. You can tell a little bit on this curved part, and then all the photos are already all distressed. And then all I do for that to mat them, of course, is just to glue them down. And I do like to use a thinner, very fine tipped liquid glue. It's very fast. I used to use the tape runners, but the tape runners I found were getting very expensive and I would often have to stop doing the album layout because I ran out. So you don't want to end up doing that. So I have all my elements ready here. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to just turn this page, and when you're gluing on the this little mini waterfall or any waterfalls, if you don't want to be cutting the plastic protector sheet that goes on it, you're just going to want to line it up with the very edge. So you're going to line it up, and then I usually just flip it over and leave it right there. Apply the glue to the one side. Once you've done this once in one of your layouts, you're going to love adding them. You can tuck away a Christmas letter. You could put multiple, oh, I just twisted that, so we're going to have to go back. You can do multiple waterfalls as well, which I'm going to show you how to stack the waterfalls too. So I'm going to do this one. It's just a single one this go round, and then I'm going to show you a stacked one as well. So once that's done, I can just go ahead and add the elements that I'd like to it, and I want it to kind of overlap a bit, just like that, and open up. And then I would want to have this top flap to put all the names of the classmates and then also the team. And then I just go ahead and finish off all my elements here. Oops, that one goes here, and this one goes here. And then, of course, the school bus photos will just go there. And I really much appreciate having more symmetrical and straight lines. If I am doing a pattern or shaped photos, I like to make the pattern repeatable so that it's pleasing to the eye. And then this will slide in. I'm just going to glue all these down. I'm going to show you what it looks like once it's slid into the album itself. All right, so here I have his album and the finished page that I just showed you how to do the easy waterfall flap. I'm leaving the page still so I can do some journaling and add the names and everything. And of course, my son's nowhere to be found to tell me who all's in these pictures. So I'm just going to show you how it looks. So this is the back side of the next page. I'm just going to very gently put it in. I like mine to be pretty tight. So I'm just sliding it in. And then when you go to slide in the very top part, you just lift the flap up and over. So there you have a protected page. This is all protected with the plastic. And then you've got this one flap ready to be kind of opened up, and see the one just below it. So I'm going to show you next a stacked waterfall on a different page. All right, so on this layout here, I am going to be doing a stacked waterfall, and this will work very similarly to the one that we did before, only you're going to stack a folded paper one on top of the other. So for this one here, I have 4 pieces of 4 inches by 4.5 inches, and you're going to take a scoreboard and just put that on the edge, and you're going to score that at 1/2 inch all the way down, and you're going to do that for all 4 of them. Okay, so I've got 4 here, and I have pattern paper that is patterned on one side and white on the other, so I am planning on stacking them together and oppositing and making it opposite. So one will have the pattern paper, then the white, then the pattern paper. And once they're all stacked together, I'll have pattern paper glued on the inside. So I'm just gonna get started with that. And again, you're gonna wanna work with your page like on the side, because you do want to line this up quite well on the very top. So I'm starting with the bottom page, and I have them stacked here in order. So you're going to line it up right with the top, just like you did with the other singular one. So I'm just going to grab some glue. And if you want to use a tape runner glue, that's fine. Just once it's stuck down, it's going to be stuck for good. So make sure you're lining it up really, really well. So I'm going to line that up. And I'm using this straight edge here as a guide, and I'm going to just grab my bone folder and burnish that down. Okay, so that's going to open up to there. So that gives you that flap. And if you remember from the other page, we had a larger picture, and we just folded it further up and then had the mat on the bottom. This one is just going to have the regular page on the bottom. So that goes there. And then you're going to take the next one, and you're going to put some glue just on the flap. This is that 1/2 inch that you've left, that we gave that extra. And then this one is going to be going straight on top, just like that. Now you can do about 4 of these without running into any complications with flipping them up. If you get this to be too thick, you will have a little bit of issues flipping it up and not being very even. So I'm just going to do this to all of them. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of a bonus technique for if you don't have, you know, double-sided pattern paper, and how you can kind of fix that. And the last one goes on here. Perfect. So when you go and open these up, it's going to be the white, and then the pattern, and then the white, and then the pattern. And of course, I've already started with these ones here. I'm just going to do this the bottom part. So I'm just going to have 2 different patterns on this page. So I've just cut a square that's 4 by 4, and I'm going to hide the flap as well as give the paper a little bit of kind of interest. If you wanted to, you very well could just leave this part and just have a white page. That's completely fine too. And when you're using glue, even if you're using the tape roller or if you're using liquid glue, it's good to press it down. This burnishes it and makes it so that the pages kind of stick together. So then once I'm all done, I'll have these photos here that I've cut at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then they're all going to sit inside these flaps, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble all of this together and show you how it'll look inside the book again. All right, so here we have the page is complete. So I've glued everything down. I've left a little area for some journaling, but I'm going to show you how to just put it into the album. So just a reminder, this is the first one that I showed you where it's just a one folded flap, kind of down and over. And so I did make sure to put this waterfall on the opposite side of that. I do find that the inside of my books tend to get pretty bulky, so I like to put the waterfalls on the outside, or at least do them opposite of one another. So if I do inside here, I would do inside here, but I would maybe put one on the top, one on the bottom. Okay, so this one here is going to go in. So as you're putting in your page, I'm just going to bring this down a little bit so you can see. So as you're bringing your page down, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to flip all your flaps upward and then come in. So this entire page is now protected with the plastic, and then these waterfalls just fit right over top, and you can just flip through them just like that. Now if you wanted to, you could get some acetate and, you know, protect it that way, or you can get a 4x6 little pocket. They do make them. You can get them at the craft stores, and I think I've seen them at the dollar stores as well. And then you would just cut it down to size, and you could just slide those in if you'd like. For me personally, I don't mind having them right on, you know, directly on the photos. It's not often you go through your photo album, so it's not like it would be a heavy touched area. But there you have it. So I showed you 2 different ways of doing the flaps in your book. Great way to add extra photos. For this one here, it was kind of hard to decide which pictures to keep, and I did have some larger photos that couldn't be cut down, but then I did have some smaller or more busy photos that could be cut down. And this is just my son and opening up all his gifts for his birthday, and then all the visitors that we had that year. So if you have any questions, just let me know. You can shoot me a message or comment on the video, and I'll be glad to help. And if there's anything else you're wanting to learn about, or you wanted me to demonstrate for you, something that I've seen in, you know, any of the pages I've posted, feel free to do so. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and I do have a YouTube channel as well. So thanks for joining us at Scrapbookaholic, and we'll see you next time.